so hardcore. I need a life from my dark soul.
YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Logan, aka Pittsburgh Jit, and in today's video, I figured I'd give you the top 5 meta loadouts here in Season 5 Reloaded of Warzone. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I just started school today at Arizona State University, so my gaming hobby is going to take a backseat to school. It is what it is, I know that most of you can understand that, but nevertheless, I thought I'd give you the top 5 meta loadouts and keep you updated with the meta. And I hope you guys have a good day, man, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Alright, guys, so starting off the list, I figured I'd give you an honorable mention. It's the Pull-'em Yacht 762 and the Reclaimer 18. The Pull-'em Yacht 762, aka the PKM, uh, the base version got a buff, uh, like in all areas, really, and this thing is very good on big map right now. So I got the Quartermaster Suppressor for recoil control and gun kick control. The Pyro Heavy Barrel for maximum bullet velocity and damage range, as well as some recoil control. The Bruin Heavy Support Grip for more gun kick and recoil control. Unfortunately, there's no paracord grip attachment for the PKM, but I mean the Bruin Heavy will work. It is what it is. I don't know why they didn't allow the paracord, which we'll get to in a few other weapons, but Bruin Heavy Support Grip. I really don't see any other underbarrels that are as beneficial. I mean, the Chimera Vertical Grip maybe, but the Bruin Heavy attacks that horizontal recoil like tenfold. We have the high grain rounds for more bullet velocity and damage range. And then lastly, the Jack Glassless Optic, which optics are always personal preference, but I like the glassless because it gives you a precision sight picture and some firing aim stability as well. So it's like a red dot, or a blue dot, whatever you want to call it, but in my opinion, this is the best optic in the game for everything. And then, yeah, we got the Reclaimer 18, aka the Spaz 12. I run this gun in tack stance, always. The iron sights are horrendous. I have the Bryson Choke for hipfire and tack stance spread and tighter pellet spread. The Discourager Heavy Barrel for more bullet velocity and damage range. The Bruin Bastion Angled Grip for hipfire and tack stance spread and aim locking steadiness, really. The Haste XV Grip Tape for the tack stance spread and sprint to fire speed. And the No Stock for the mobility benefits, which help out, again, tenfold. I mean, you need the No Stock. You really can't run this gun without No Stock, so. And then for my tactical lethal and perk packages, I have 3 perk packages, but we'll get into that in a second. My tactical, I always run smoke grenades. Always. It's instantaneous cover at all times. You can rotate with them, you could defend with them, you can attack with them. Stims are a viable option, especially in Resurgence, for the movement speed boost and the health regen, but I just prioritize smokes too much. I don't want to put them on a pedestal, but I kind of am. And then for my lethals, for Resurgence, I run throwing knives for instant finishes. But for BR, I run thermites. Especially because there's so many buildings in BR and Urzikstan, or whatever map you're playing in Warzone for BR, like Al Mazrah or whatever. But thermites, because you could chuck a thermite in a building, and if a guy's camping in there, it'll either stick him or just throw him off guard. So it's like a Semtex that instantly blows up. You know what I mean? And then for my perk packages, I have 3. For BR, I run Mountaineer, Double Time, Quick Fix, and Flex. For normal Resurgence or pubs, I run Sleight of Hand, Mountaineer, Quick Fix, and High Alert. And then for ranked Resurgence, I run Mountaineer, Sleight of Hand, Quick Fix, and Combat Scout. For ranked, I run Combat Scout because whenever you mark an enemy or hit them with a bullet or two, it marks the enemy for you and your team. So depending on how good your teammates are, whatever, if you hit an enemy, it marks the enemy for your team. So that's why I run Combat Scout, and I'm just a quick fix believer. I don't really like tempered. I think quick fix would help out in so many different scenarios and has in the past. So quick fix over tempered for that reason too. For the fifth best loadout, the newly buffed Bal 27. It got buffed I think in season 5 as well as season 5 reloaded here. But I got the quartermaster suppressor for more recoil control. The high velocity rounds, which I don't know if this is a glitch or it's supposed to be in the game, but it's only for the Bal 27, I believe. But when you have high velocity on, it doesn't take away from your effective damage range. It only increases your bullet velocity. It doesn't take away from your damage range. So I run high velocity for that reason. The 60 round mag for the maximum magazine capacity. The Jack Glassless optic again. And the Ardent tack stock for gun kick and recoil control. And then the Rival 9, man. This gun's gotten buffs throughout the year, really, and no nerfs. Like, I don't know why they keep buffing the gun. I mean, I'm kind of happy they are, because it hasn't been in the meta conversation really all year, but now this gun is very viable. We got the Quartermaster Suppressor, the DR6 hand stop for ADS speed, aim walking speed, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed. The 40 round mag, I just like to hold on to more mobility than the 50, but you can run the 50 if you want. It does shoot very fast, so up to you. And then lastly, the Rival Vice Assault Grip for gun kick and recoil control. And then for my fourth best loadout, I don't think this is really a shocker, but I have the TAC Eradicator with the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Conquer 70 Long Barrel for more bullet velocity and damage range, the Paracord Grip, like I mentioned before, you can actually attach the Paracord Grip to this, and it has no cons, but all, pros to your recoil control. And it even increases your sprint to fire speed and movement speed, which is really nice. The high velocity rounds, see how it takes away from your damage range? Like, I don't know why the Bal 27 it doesn't, but nevertheless, I run high velocity, not high grain, just because it gives a little more bounce. And the TAC Verde core stock for gun kick and recoil control. And then I run that with the Striker 45, aka the UMP 45, whatever you want to call it. I run the Quartermaster Suppressor again, DR6 hand stop again, the high grain rounds for bullet velocity and damage range, which gets it up to 655 meters per second, which is kind of crazy. You could build this gun to be a sniper support if you want, but I run it as an SMG. The 48 round mag, because you hold on to more mobility than the 60, and plenty of damage output with the 48 round mag. And then I run no stock, which gives you so much movement speed and ADS speed. Oh, and sprint to fire speed too. You could run the MK2 light stock if you want, for the better tac stance or tac sprint speed and sprint speed. But the no stock, like, this gun shoots pretty dang straight, to be honest with you. Like, there's really no bounce with the Striker. I mean, even with the no stock, it's very, very effective with the recoil control. And then for my third best loadout, I have the Holger 556, which I think I've mentioned in the past. This gun doesn't get enough love. It's probably because it has a 40 round mag as the max, but the damage output is crazy. Like, with these specific attachments, you could beam people from probably like 60 to 70 meters away even. So, I don't know. I like the gun. I got the Quartermaster Suppressor again, the Cryos, whatever, 6-match barrel for the bullet velocity and damage range, and some recoil control. The high grain rounds for more bullet velocity and damage range. The 40 round mag, like I mentioned, is the max. And then the Jack Glassless. And then I run the Superi 46 with that. I still think the Superi is in the meta conversation just because of the movement speed with these attachments. Um, I've enjoyed using the Superi ever since it came out. It's still one of my favorite SMGs in the game. I have the Quartermaster Suppressor on there, the Bore 99 short barrel for sprint to fire, ADS, and movement speed. The XRK Edge hand stop, which I don't know. I think Iceman Isaacs made a video on this, but it does give a little bit of horizontal shake whenever you're, um, you know, strafing from side to side. But I still like the XRK just because it's better with, better than DR6 with movement speed. Um, it's personal preference. You can run whatever one you want, either the XRK or the DR6. Jack Slash is also a good option, but it doesn't help your ADS or sprint to fire speed, so I run the XRK. Final answer. And then I run the 40 round mag, of course, and the Rescue 9 stock, which increases your movement speed like crazy. And then for loadout number 2, the MTZ 556. Yeah, this gun got buffed over and over and over. So I use the MTZ every now and then, and it's still one of the best ARs, if not the best AR in the game. The Quartermaster Suppressor again, the Clinch Pro Barrel for the maximum bullet velocity and damage range, Paracord Grip, high velocity over high grain, and then the 50 round drum. And then I pair that up with the WSP9 with the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Hiss Short Light Barrel for the sprint speed and sprint speed, Paracord Grip for the recoil control and sprint to fire speed, a little bit of movement speed too. The 40 round mag, you could run the 50, I guess. I just like to hold on to more mobility. And then no stock, just like the Striker. I mean, this thing is crazy. Like, wait, what did it say? 7.4 meters per second attack sprint speed. Yeah, that's pretty wild. And then for the absolute meta, we have the STG. This thing is a laser beam with the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Heinrichter C70 long barrel, which this barrel gives you the most out of your barrel for the bullet velocity and damage range. It's better than the 7.92 barrel and also better than the Crux Heavy barrel. The 50 round drum, of course, the Jack Glassless, of course, and the DR79 combo stock for recoil control. And then lastly, I pair that up with the Static, which caught a nerf in Season 5 Reloaded, but it's still the best SMG for movement and damage. I got the Quartermaster Suppressor as always, the Auger Light Barrel for ADS, sprint to fire, and movement speed, the Jack Slash for movement speed and some recoil control, the Nidar model. I like the Nidar better than the Glassless. Don't ask me why, but I like the Nidar. And then the light stock for movement speed and sprint speed. But yeah, man, that pretty much concludes my top 5 meta loadouts in Season 5 Reloaded. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And I'll catch you all in the next one, man. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll let you know. I might make a post out. Nevertheless, have a good day, guys. Peace.